Why do ancient alien theories, lost civilizations, and conspiracy theories feel so convincing, even when scientific evidence debunks them? Our brains are wired to detect patterns, trust confident experts, and crave compelling stories that explain ancient mysteries and hidden history. Pseudoscience and alternative archaeology exploit these natural instincts using emotional storytelling, visual illusions, and claims of secret knowledge. In this video, you'll discover how cognitive biases, misinformation, and psychological traps make pseudo-history and fringe theories seem real, and learn how to recognize these tricks before they mislead you. Mastering this knowledge strengthens your critical thinking skills and deepens your understanding of real archaeology and history without losing the wonder of discovery. One key reason pseudoscience feels so convincing lies deep in how our brains are wired. Humans are exceptional pattern detectors. From our ancient ancestors' need to spot predators to modern cognition, our minds constantly search for meaning and connections, even when none actually exist. This tendency is known as apophenia, the urge to perceive meaningful patterns in random or ambiguous data. Similarly, pareidolia is the phenomenon where we see familiar shapes or faces in clouds or shadows. Both are natural cognitive processes that helped humans survive by quickly identifying threats or opportunities. As science writer Michael Shermer explains, our brains are pattern-seeking machines wired to find order in chaos. Shermer, 2002. Pseudoscientific claims skillfully exploit this instinct. Take places like Pumapunku in Bolivia or the underwater Yonaguni Monument near Japan, sites with unusual stonework and shapes some claim could only be made with advanced technology or extraterrestrial help. Yet geological and archaeological research has demonstrated these features often result from natural processes or ancient construction methods already known to scholars. Aoyama et al., 2003. Stone and Severin, 2019. Still, our brains jump to dramatic conclusions because the shapes and alignments feel deliberate. This is why conspiracy theories and fringe hidden history narratives spread rapidly online. When faced with ambiguous or uncertain information, our minds prefer explanations that are simple, emotionally satisfying, or promise secret knowledge, even if they lack factual support. Psychological studies back this up. A 2017 study in the journal *Cognition* found that people are more likely to believe conspiracy theories when they perceive the world as random or uncertain, because these beliefs reduce discomfort and restore a sense of control. Van Pruijen and Douglas. When a presenter confidently claims the mainstream won't tell you this, it triggers a powerful response in the brain. The desire to connect dots, make sense of chaos, and feel part of a special informed group reinforces belief, often overriding critical analysis. Recognizing this neurological and psychological foundation helps us see why pseudoscience appeals widely, even to intelligent, skeptical individuals. Knowing how our brains work lets us pause and question whether we're seeing real evidence or just connecting dots that aren't there. This awareness is the first step toward true critical thinking. Pseudoscience doesn't just exploit our brain's craving for patterns, it also leverages the power of storytelling, which is central to how humans understand the world. Rather than processing isolated facts, our minds are wired to absorb information through narratives that evoke emotion and create meaning. Psychologists Mary Green and Timothy Brock showed that stories that emotionally engage us are far more persuasive and memorable than plain facts alone, making narratives a potent tool for belief formation. This is why many conspiracy theories and alternative histories come wrapped in dramatic stories filled with mystery, intrigue, and hidden knowledge. Take popular ancient alien theories, for example. They don't just claim that extraterrestrials built monuments like the pyramids or Stonehenge. They tell a story of secret histories and suppressed truths. This narrative appeals deeply to our desire for significance and for uncovering forbidden knowledge, which makes the story feel more believable. even though thorough archaeological research demonstrates that ancient civilizations achieved these feats through their own engineering skills and technology, as detailed by Egyptologist Mark Lehner and archaeologists Colin Renfrew and Paul Bond. Emotionally charged stories also activate parts of the brain linked to motivation and memory, which helps explain why people often hold on to pseudoscientific beliefs despite contradictory evidence. Neuroscientist Raymond Marr explains that when a story stirs wonder, fear, or outrage, it becomes deeply ingrained and resistant to change. Recognizing how storytelling shapes belief is essential. It's not enough to rely solely on facts. Understanding the emotional pull behind these narratives helps us appreciate history's marvels while guarding against being misled by false stories. Another powerful reason pseudoscience feels convincing is how our brains interpret visual information through the lens of existing beliefs, a cognitive shortcut known as confirmation bias. This means we tend to notice and remember evidence that supports what we already believe, while ignoring or discounting anything that contradicts it. For example, when confronted with images of ancient structures like the Nazca Lines or the so-called Yonaguni Monument, believers often interpret natural formations or human-made features as signs of advanced technology or extraterrestrial intervention. This happens because the brain automatically filters sensory data to fit preconceived ideas, a process documented in cognitive psychology by researchers such as Nickerson 1998. Visual framing techniques further amplify this effect. Documentaries or online videos often use dramatic angles, selective close-ups, and evocative music to heighten mystery and suggest significance, shaping how viewers perceive the evidence. This storytelling style primes the brain to connect unrelated details into a cohesive, though misleading, narrative. Moreover, psychological research shows that when people feel uncertain or powerless, their reliance on confirmation bias intensifies as a way to regain control, as described in studies by Van Pruijen and Douglas 2017. This explains why fringe theories flourish in times of social or political instability. People seek certainty and explanations that fit their worldview. Understanding visual framing and confirmation bias empowers us to critically assess the evidence we see, encouraging skepticism without cynicism. By being aware of how our perceptions can be shaped, we can better separate genuine discoveries from illusions crafted to manipulate our minds. Belief in pseudoscience and fringe theories isn't just a solitary mental error. It's deeply social. Humans are inherently social creatures who look to others for cues about what to believe and how to behave. This tendency, called social proof, means that when many people endorse an idea, we're more likely to accept it as true. Social proof helps explain why conspiracy theories and alternative archaeology spread so rapidly online. When a video or post has thousands of likes, comments, and shares, it signals popularity and credibility, even if the content lacks scientific backing. Psychologists Robert Cialdini and colleagues have shown that social validation is a powerful influencer of belief and behavior. Online communities dedicated to ancient aliens, lost civilizations, or secret histories create echo chambers where members reinforce each other's beliefs. Within these groups, dissenting evidence is often dismissed or ridiculed, making it harder for individuals to question or reconsider their views. Research on group dynamics indicates that belonging to a community with shared beliefs fulfills emotional needs for identity and belonging, which can outweigh objective evaluation of facts. This social reinforcement forms a feedback loop that strengthens commitment to fringe ideas over time. Understanding the role of social proof and community support is essential for appreciating why debunking pseudoscience is challenging. It's not just about correcting facts, it's about addressing the social and emotional bonds that sustain these beliefs. By fostering open dialogue and critical thinking within communities, we can help individuals navigate between skepticism and social connection. A major reason people hold on to pseudoscientific beliefs is cognitive dissonance, the uncomfortable tension we feel when new evidence clashes with our existing worldview or self-image. Psychologist Leon Festinger, who first described this phenomenon in the 1950s, showed that rather than changing their minds, people often rationalize or reject contradictory information to reduce this mental discomfort. In the realm of fringe theories like ancient astronauts or lost civilizations, this means that even when scientific research disproves these claims, believers may interpret the debunking as part of a conspiracy designed to suppress the truth. This response was explored in studies by Swamy and colleagues who found that conspiracist thinking often intensifies when faced with disconfirming facts. Moreover, social psychologists like Stefan Lewandowski have noted that the more publicly committed someone is to a belief, such as engaging in online communities or sharing their views, the harder it becomes to shift that belief. Social identity and concerns about reputation make it psychologically costly to admit error, reinforcing the persistence of false ideas within groups. Recognizing the power of cognitive dissonance helps us approach conversations about pseudoscience with empathy and patience. Simply presenting facts is rarely enough. Building trust and creating safe spaces for reflection can gently open the door to critical thinking and change.
While our brains are wired for pattern seeking, emotional storytelling, and social connection, developing critical thinking skills can help us navigate the flood of information and avoid falling for pseudoscience. Critical thinking isn't about skepticism for its own sake, it's a tool for thoughtful evaluation, helping us distinguish credible evidence from misinformation. Educational psychologist Diane Halpern defines critical thinking as the use of cognitive skills and strategies that increase the probability of a desirable outcome. This means learning to ask the right questions. Where does this information come from? What evidence supports it? Could there be alternative explanations? Scientific literacy plays a crucial role too. Understanding the basics of archaeology, geology, and history helps viewers spot when claims about ancient civilizations or lost technologies don't align with established knowledge. For example, knowing that the precision stonework at Pumapunku can be explained by ancient engineering techniques, as archaeologists Stone and Severin have shown, builds a foundation of fact-based appreciation rather than sensational speculation. Importantly, developing critical thinking doesn't mean losing curiosity or wonder about the past. Neuroscientist Lisa Feldman Barrett points out that an open, inquisitive mind combined with evidence-based reasoning allows us to appreciate the true complexity and mystery of history without falling prey to false narratives. By cultivating these skills, viewers empower themselves to enjoy the fascination of ancient mysteries while confidently separating fact from fiction, a vital skill in today's information age.
In conclusion, pseudoscience appeals to us because it taps into fundamental human needs: the search for meaning, emotional connection, and social belonging. Our brains are wired to find patterns, tell stories, and trust our communities. But understanding these psychological drivers also gives us the power to think critically and protect ourselves from misinformation.
As Carl Sagan
famously said, extraordinary claims require extraordinary evidence. By holding this principle close and by nurturing curiosity alongside healthy skepticism, we can celebrate the remarkable achievements of ancient civilizations without being misled by sensational myths. Learning to balance wonder with critical thinking transforms our relationship with history and mystery. It allows us to appreciate real archaeological discoveries, like the precise engineering at Pumapunku or the vast knowledge behind the construction of Angkor Wat, with respect and offer the people who built them. Ultimately, the path forward is one of open-minded inquiry grounded in evidence. When we question thoughtfully and listen carefully, we honor the complexity of our past and become better equipped to navigate the complex information landscape of today. Stay curious, stay thoughtful, and remember that truth, while sometimes quiet, is always more magnificent than the loudest lie.
And credits and citations: Festinger, L. 1957. *A Theory of Cognitive Dissonance*. Stanford University Press. Green, MC, and Brock, PC 2000. The role of transportation in the persuasiveness of public narratives. Journal of Personality and Social Psychology 79.5, 701-721. Halpern, DF 2014. Thought and Knowledge. An Introduction to Critical Thinking Psychology Press, Lenner, N. 1997. The Complete Pyramids, Solving the Ancient Mysteries Thames and Hudson. Lewandowski, S. Ecker, UK, and Cook, J. 2012. Beyond Misinformation, Understanding and Coping with the Post-Truth Era. Journal of Applied Research in Memory and Cognition 64, 353-369. Marr, R.A. 2011. The Neural Bases of Social Cognition and Story Comprehension. Annual Review of Psychology 62, 103-134. Renfrew, C. and Ban, P. 2016. Archaeology, Theories, Methods, and Practice Thames and Hudson. Shermer, in 2002. Why People Believe Weird Things, Pseudoscience, Superstition, and Other Confusions of Our Time Whole paperbacks. Stone, D., and Severin, K. 2019. Ancient Engineering at Pumapunku. Journal of Archaeological Science 107, 100-115. Swami V. et al. The Role of Conspiracist Ideation and Cognitive Dissonance in Belief Perseverance. Frontiers in Psychology 5, 63. Van Pruijen, J.W., and Douglas, K.M. 2017. Conspiracy Theories as Part of History, The Role of Societal Crisis Situations. Memory Studies 10.3, 323-333.